Hey everybody, it's Nikhil and I'm back with another reaction video. So this reaction today is from Room for Tea. It is the real reason why Rasheeda is accepting her husband Kirk cheating on her. I've been trying to get away from this for the longest. Like, why is she still dealing with this? Why he keep having these babies? What is going on? So let's see what information she got. Somebody got to explain because it don't make no sense. If you like the video, leave a thumbs up on it, subscribe to the channel, and let's see what's going on.
Hey my lovely TTs, welcome back to the channel. Now I wanted to get into Kirk, Rasheeda, and Jasmine's messy storyline on the infamous show Love and Hip Hop. Now guess the main point of this video is this is why women do not want marriage anymore. Now for years we watched Rasheeda endure and get hurt, and she's still getting embarrassed by Kirk, child. Now we know that Kirk Frost stepped outside of his marriage and cheated on his wife Rasheeda in 2017 on season 6 of Love and Hip Hop. He slept with no other than Jasmine Blue, and she's an ex-stripper. Now trust me, I'm not trying to be shady with that, but if you look this storyline up on the blogs, all of them say and decide to mention that she is an ex-stripper and ended up getting her pregnant. So not only did he cheat on his wife, he got the other woman pregnant. Now we watched this whole scandal unfold on the show.
I was watching during this time.
Utterly appalled at the audacity.
I stopped watching the show since then. I don't know if it was 1 or 2 seasons afterwards, but I was present when she sat down at the table and they was trying to think about co-parenting. And how could Rasheeda sit that girl? I'm crazy. I don't know how she do it.
Now for viewers and fans watching the show, we hope that Rasheeda would get up and just leave Kirk after his infidelity. Fans felt bad for Rasheeda seeing her cry during the reunion, stating that Kirk indeed broke her. Well, even though Rasheeda gave Kirk the cold shoulder for a while, she did decide to work things out in her marriage, and she stayed with Kirk and opted into being a stepmom to Kirk's new child, and his name is Cannon. Now as for Jasmine, we watched her fight long and hard on the show to try to get Kirk and Rasheeda to be a part of Cannon's life. Now that Kirk is more than an active dad on this year's season 12 of the show, more drama is unfolding, and when I say more drama, I mean more infidelity. If you're watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta season 12, you probably already realized that it seems like Kirk and Jasmine can't stand each other on the show. However, behind the scenes, these two are saying something completely different happens. Now since Rasheeda took Kirk back, he's supposed to be this loyal, trustworthy husband again who stepped out once and created a child with another woman, but learned from his wrongs and fought long and hard to win his wife back and gain her trust. Well, no. In recent episodes, Jasmine has been telling dang near the whole cast, child, that Kirk texted her asking her to sleep with him again in order for him to give her more money for their son Cannon, which I felt like was trifling and crazy.
I was watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta last night, the new episode, and this was very heavily centered around Kirk and Rasheeda. And Rasheeda sits down with Erica Dixon, and Erica's like, you know, I went to Mama D's event like last night or a couple days ago, and she was like, what's the side chick name? And Rasheeda's like, what side chick? And Erica Dixon's like, Kirk's side chick. Hello? Erica, was that shade? Because the side chick applied.
The most shade.
That man is still sleeping with that woman.
The most shade.
So Erica breaks down that basically Jasmine, Kirk's baby mom, was saying that Kirk basically, in order for him to like give her more money, he said that she has to give him like sex. So Rasheeda's like, oh hell no, like I'm gonna confront him about it. Rasheeda goes to confront Kirk in like a different scene, and she's just like, you know, I'm hearing that Jasmine is saying that you're trying to sleep with her in order for her to get more like help. You saying that she has to sleep with you, and with a smile on his face, he's like, what? Mess. So Kirk is like this is crazy, like basically like I never said that, like I'm gonna confront her about it. So then Kirk sits down with his baby mom Jasmine, and immediately he insults her. He's like, where you, like I heard you were at Mama D's like event, and he was like, so you know Mama D has a history of basically being around young women, and he was like, you know, she was known to be a madam. Whenever a man immediately insults a woman, I was like, this you definitely been lying.
Yeah.
Because what even is that?
Definitely.
I guess at this point Jasmine is just kind of fed up, and I guess in an effort to prove that Kirk isn't a good dad, she starts to ask him like firing off questions, and she's like, what's his teacher name? Talk about their son. What's his teacher's name? And he's like, I wouldn't know. oh, that's not. And then she's like, what school do you go to? And he's like, you think I'm going to say that? Basically, like, do you think I'm going to say that on camera? And we'll let Kirk slide on that, even though I'm sure VH1 will blur that out.
Don't know.
But then again, people are weirdos. People could read lips, whatever. So basically, he's like, I'm not going to say it on camera. So I'm like, okay, cool. Then she's like, well, what grade is he in? And he takes a little minute to answer, and he's like, third. And she's like, no, he's not. And I'm like, and then she's like, how old is he? And he must have like asked a question. When she asked how old is he, I think he asked a question. She said asking a question when the question is crazy. Because mind you, during the episode, Jasmine says she lives like 15 minutes away from Kirk and Rasheeda. And she said that Kirk sees his son like every 3 months. And then they just keep going back and forth. And Kirk at one point
So, if that's true, the allegations are true, yeah, you're not even seeing your son, but you want to hit her up, see if you can get some more, for her to get some more money from him? Oh, say it ain't so.
calls her like life up. And she's like, she said, me. And he's like, I had a condom, I was drunk. And she said, how are babies made? Not by wearing condoms. And then she looks at this and she's like, we never wore a condom. Oh, brother.
Nasty.
A piece of advice for Kirk. Number 1, take off that toupee. Number 2, stop getting into it with this woman. Because I don't know about anybody else, but I don't think that she's lying.
Yeah.
And it's just the way that all of this just links back and embarrasses Rasheeda and his wife. Like, oh my gosh. They end off the conversation with him getting up and she's like, you look crazy. And I thought she was talking about his hair, but she was talking about him as a person and how like bad of a dad he is. And he was like, well, you look crazier. And I'm gonna be honest, all three of them look crazy in the situation. The moment that baby was introduced, Kirk looks nuts because he thinks that we think that he's telling the truth. And Jasmine looks crazy because she really thought that man was gonna be a good dad.
Now, of course, Kirk is trying to manipulate the situation, and he's trying to make an excuse. Recently, when him and Jasmine met up, he was saying that she always comes to the door and answers the door, and she always has her birthday suit on, meaning that she's half naked and she really has no clothes on when she's answering the door, kind of insinuating that she is trying to tempt him to do something. But Jasmine is like, that's not even the case. Who really knows who's telling the truth between these two? Now, when Rasheeda got word of this rumor, she confronts Kirk in the way that this man was stumbling over his words. I'm not saying that he did it, but Jasmine did have the messages. Now, everybody is wondering why Rasheeda is deciding to stay with Kirk after all of this, after all of this embarrassment, obviously. And I think with common sense, we can all tell why Rasheeda is staying with Kirk. Of course, a lot of people are upset. Of course, a lot of people want Rasheeda to see her worth and just up and leave Kirk. And they feel like Kirk is going to continue to embarrass Rasheeda until she ups and leaves. But we know why Rasheeda is staying. Obviously, it's comfortability. Obviously, these two have established a lot of businesses together. Yeah. So business, money is the reason.
That's the only thing I could think of. They are business partners, heavily intertwined with their businesses. Like, they are a unit in that stance. But if he just gonna keep putting his thing and everything that's open, no protection, he could come home and bring you something that you can't get rid of, that will never be worth it.
The whole family together, comfortability, and they've been together and married for years. I think she said that Kirk is all she knows. Obviously, that's one of the reasons as well. They've been together since she was like 15 years old. So I don't think that she wants to leave Kirk because she's comfortable. They have a family together. They have businesses. It would just be too much for her to up and leave Kirk at this point. And honestly, at this point, I do feel like they have an open marriage where it's okay for him to date or talk to other people, and that's what we don't know behind the scenes.
They need to say that.
Obviously, after this, they're done filming. Rasheeda is still with Kirk, and I just do not see her leaving Kirk anytime soon. Now, this is also something that I don't think a lot of people actually know about Kirk and Rasheeda's relationship. When Rasheeda did an interview about Kirk and his infidelity, she actually opened up and she let it be known, and I will have the article posted here so you guys can see that I'm not capping. She actually cheated on Kirk first, okay, when they were in their 20s. Now, yes, they've been together for years, for about 24, 25 years, and she said that when they were in their 20s, she actually cheated on Kirk. So Kirk may feel like he has a pass to do whatever he wants to Rasheeda now, which I feel like is definitely a lot toxic. I can't even say a bit toxic, and it is crazy if you feel like you have to go tit for tat within your marriage or relationship why even be in it? Why even indulge in trying to have a committed relationship with this
single.
person? But yes, Rasheeda said, I did it first, okay? Now, as for Kirk, you know you're wrong. Kirk, you know exactly what you are doing, trying to manipulate the situation with Jasmine. Now, even though I do not agree with Jasmine and necessarily really like her, because I do feel like she does a bit much, Kirk is wrong on his side of the situation for having Rasheeda acting like he was going to do right, having this woman play stepmom to his new child. And honestly, I think that Rasheeda likes being a stepmom to their new child, but still, you have your wife doing all.
Rasheeda loves marriage. She loves being a mother. She loves that aspect of life. Like, you can see that in her 100%. And I feel like if it come with that man, she just gonna deal with it, and that's where I draw the line. You can do that without him. It's never too late. You've taken a long ass time. You making your choices slim, but again, you Rasheeda. You can bounce back. Him, not so much. He just gonna keep having whatever the fuck Jasmine is, that he just gonna keep having ex strippers and stuff. She ain't gonna leave him now. I'm shut up.
All of this work to show that she's committed to you and that she wants things to work out, and you're still trying to flirt with this woman. How dirty, how nasty, and you're embarrassing Rasheeda once again. So I do not agree with that. Now, as for Jasmine, a lot of people are speculating at this point that Jasmine is jealous of Rasheeda and Kirk's relationship. Honestly, I feel like it's obviously because she is too invested in trying to get Rasheeda to leave Kirk, and she should not be that much invested or as invested as she is, as we see her on the show. It seems like she's just super excited to show these text messages to everybody on the cast, and it's just like, why are you so excited to try to ruin this married couple? And this is why people tell you to stay out of marriage.
Is she ruining it, or is Kirk ruining it? If she has text messages from him actually asking that of her, or saying that's what he wants, he's ruining it. He's been ruining it. She ain't right. Jasmine is not right. But he is the problem. It's him.
People and people who are in relationships, stay out of their business, because obviously she wants their relationship to end, and she's literally giving Rasheeda and Kirk more fuel to have their relationship and keep on going within their marriage, because she wants them to end. Like I said, this is why you got to stay out of married people's business, because Rasheeda and Kirk do not want to end. They're not going to end as long as they know that there's somebody there trying to have their marriage end and trying to get them to get a divorce. It's going to fuel them to keep on going and show, no, we're not getting a divorce. We're actually staying together no matter what we go through, no matter what you're trying to show, no matter what you're trying to do. And Rasheeda is showing no matter what Kirk does, I have so much love for this man. And it's not only about the love. I'm comfortable. I have businesses. I'm making money with this man. I have a family with this man. I am not leaving him. So I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what Jasmine thinks at this point. Her showing the messages. I mean, I don't agree with her keeping the messages to herself, in all honesty. But still, with her being so excited to show everybody, that's not going to do anything. On this recent episode, she was saying everybody needs to hold Kirk accountable. Nobody wants to hold Kirk accountable, but people are holding Kirk accountable behind the scenes. Do you think that he's not being held accountable behind the scenes? Yes, he is, but you want people to do it on television. You want people to be so mad at Kirk because you have animosity towards Kirk. You have animosity towards Rasheeda. And that's not right. Child, this is a messy situation, and it definitely looks bad and it seems bad. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of women want to stay away from marriage today, because it just seems like you have to endure, you have to get hurt, and you have to stay by that person's side. But you have to realize when you do say your vows, you are committing to stay by this person's side forever, no matter what, through thick and thin, and work out a lot of situations with this person. you're basically saying that you will weigh out every option and try to be okay with whatever this person does to you within you guys' marriage versus just up and leaving and up and divorcing this person. That's what marriage is about. And that's why a lot of people are trying to stay away from marriage unless they know they have somebody who is committed and faithful and who is not going to step out on them, okay?
It's truly up to you if you don't want to get married just because of the things you've seen on social media. But also, everyday life, when you a baddie, you be getting DMs. And I bet all the other women in the world get DMs too. And unfortunately, sometimes that's from married men. So I can understand just like the regular everyday life aspect of it too. Like we see these married men, like it's a part of society. Married men, they love to do these things. But that shouldn't deter you from actually being with your soulmate and marrying them for the rest of your life. But I digress. You don't want it. You don't want it. I want Rasheeda. I want Rasheeda to leave Kirk. But, some people, divorce is not a thing. They take them vows seriously. They're going to go through whatever. And it could be possible that they have an open relationship and Rasheeda is having her way behind closed doors. Unfortunately, Kirk's had to come to the forefront because he made another human with someone outside of their marriage, and Rasheeda really could just be out having, she could be living, but some people take them vows seriously and they'll do whatever and stick through whatever without divorcing because you make that vow under God, and sometimes when they pick that person, that's just what it's gonna be. I'm gonna leave it there. I ain't got nothing else to say about it. Don't let what social media or anything like that deter you from doing the things that you love or let it influence you in any way. Because some stuff be for show, some stuff is lies, and some stuff is just too true that you shouldn't be indulging in anyway. They shouldn't even be posting it on the internet. If y'all got any other topics or videos y'all like me to react to, leave it down in the comments, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.